And I remember that everything from that point was the last time. If it was the cigarette, the last time. If it was music, the last time you're gonna hear. I even thought about a couple months before that, if I will ever had the option that before I go, I can listen to something, what will be? What will be the song that you're gonna fade out inside to the universe back to your home?
Join the journey, stay for a while.
Hey guys, I want to welcome you back to another episode of KohPhanCast, the official podcast of Copenhagen Island. And this is a dear one to my heart. This week with me is my friend Ahia, Meir, Malul. Ahia and I got to meet only a couple months ago, but he went straight into my heart. And today we sat down and talked about the past, the present, and the future. We talked about anything from mental health and suicidal thoughts to pill taking and terrorist attacks and fear and death and shame and playfulness and love and appreciation and mental fortitude and just accepting the fact that we are who we are. And before I get to the conversation, guys, come on, we're having fun here. Subscribe to the channel, like this video. Yes, like this video. We're having fun. I'm getting better at it. I got new lighting. Life is good. Let me know what you thought about the conversation. I want to thank you so much, guys, and let's get into it. Enjoy the episode. Poof, Mister. Yeah,
Hey,
it's good to have you here with me.
thank you so much for inviting me here.
You know, we don't know each other for a long time,
Not much.
but you went straight into my heart so fast, which then I'm trying to ask myself, like, what qualities of a person do I need specifically as me to open my heart that fast? And it's summarizing your personality in a couple of traits, It's like, first of all, you're real with yourself. Second of all, you say things as they are to others, because the reflection you have towards yourself shows how you try to show what you feel about others, which is beautiful. And for me to open my heart like that so fast, I need someone that can accept opinions and things that other people think about them and not immediately go defensive and like, oh no, what do you mean? What acceptance, So first of all, before I want to thank you for coming here, I want to thank you for coming into my life, because it's amazing to have people around.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah. So before we dive, because we have a lot of things to dive in, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for the hospitality, for the invitation, and for the hospitality in your heart. As you said, we doesn't know each other much. And the moment I arrived here to the island, it was, I think, the softest and the best landing that I can wish, and I could wish to myself. Because I will be honest with you, I didn't find a friend. I was find a lost brother. In aspect of everything that I was curious, everything that I had any kind of question, any kind of helping. Dude, you was there from the first, and be the first, not from the first. You are being the first to be there. So thank you for that. It says much about yourself, and as you said, we are probably a reflection, and we are reflected to each other something about us. And what I see inside you, dude, I love to say it about myself in that kind of way. So, hi, my name is Ahia, and a little bit on myself. Okay, I'm 28. I came here to Copenhagen from Israel, from Tel Aviv. I'm an artist. I'm doing art. Basically, most of the time I'm doing psychedelic art. I see the way that I see it as a translation of emotion inside to materials. And bigger than that, I know that most of the things that I'm doing, specific for my side of art, it's actually analyzing and trying to give more information that it's gonna sound a little bit big, but information that I getting from above me. Because when I'm doing art, it's like to go inside to a zone that there is no time, there is no space, there is entities that that you can flow, and everything happening in the same time, past, future, and present. And from my side, I see it like just absorbing a lot of things. And to be honest, I don't have enough human words in my collection to pronounce what I'm feeling and what I getting from there. So for me, art is the best language that I ever learned to do it. And I came here basically to the island to make dream come true. After a year, a tough year, if to be honest, I've been in the Nova Festival. Pretty sure that you heard about it, like everyone else. And I came to do art in the Nova Festival, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to do it. On top of that, I had a big trauma and a lot of fears because I got hurt from the most sensitive, pure, and secret that I have. And it was hard for me in the past year, basically to get back to the horse, we can call it in that way. And after a long year, long therapist and long treatments, specific with art, we're going to talk about it later, but a lot of things that happened to me in the past year got me inside to a point that I know exactly what I want to do here. Not only as a person, also, I see it as a mission to planet Earth. And I know the mission from my side is to treat people and to give them therapy from art. And as I said, like to translate emotion inside to material. So this is who I am. I love to do art.
That's beautiful, man. And the Nova Festival he talks about, of course, it's the 7th of October. Some people know it by this name. And I don't think I'm going to jump straight into it because that's a huge subject to uncover. But yeah, like you say, the language of art, as I see it, the language of art came before the language of words that we speak about, that we speak with, like the caveman that has like their art on the caves and everything. So it came much before we knew how to talk. And like this translation that you're talking about with, like, there's only a certain spectrum that you can, how I would want to say it, that you can like put out through words.
Mm-hmm.
That art can show you a different perspective. I don't know if bigger or smaller, but a different perspective of feelings that can be reached when you look instead of when you listen.
Yeah.
So that's amazing that like artist always, for me, feels like you need to understand certain emotions in yourself, about yourself, in order to actually be visualizing enough and see things clear enough to be able to put them on like a paper or like a canvas or wherever you do your art. Do you remember the first time you approached art as a little kid, or the first time that you really understood, oh, this is what I am and this is who I want to be?
Okay. I think the first time I ever thought about, like, as a kid, I will go to there. My big brother, my oldest brother, is also an artist in all kind of different spectrum that I do. But for me as a little kid, when I used to see my big brother painting, he was drawing, and it was such a big inspiration for me as a kid to see his own big brother And the whole time I want to be as my big brother Tzach. So I remember that I was copy things that he was drawing. And one time, I think in the kindergarten, we had maybe a class art, like every kindergarten you have. And what I did is actually to paint a Ninja Turtle, okay, from both sides of the paper. So the first side is actually his front, and the back side, I did his back.
That's cool.
And I remember that the teacher, she came and she was like getting exploded. And she calling to my mother and she telling like, your son is an artist. I never see something like that. Nobody thought about like to think out of the box in this kind of age. So for me, it was, I think the first time that I realized, now I remember that because all the time they was talking about like the family, that was memorizing it. So I think this is the first time I ever remember that I had the touch. We couldn't call it in that way. And for many years after, it was my space to run away. If I was let's see, if I was in the school, I remember that when I was in the school, all the time I had like a special option to be in the class, to listen to the class without to do anything else beside painting. And it was only because it's my HDD, how you call it? ADHD. And this was not really for listen better. It was like, I need to go.
Yeah.
And the moment I used to start painting, everything around me, it used to be like, like suddenly getting a bigger space. So for me, I think all the time when I used to doing these kind of things, it's let me getting inside another dimension that I build it to my own. I'm pretty sure that it's around us. And I'm pretty sure that everyone can reach to it by passion. Because when you do something with passion and it's with a flame, and the flame is burned, I think the matrix in that way, and suddenly you are in a different dimension, that there is no present, no future, no past. You have like everything in one big circle. And everything is working like in harmony.
That's a frequency. That's when you align yourself with a certain realm that is out there, and you can look at yourself and be able to connect yourself to a certain kind of frequency. You can get inside a world. Like the world around us is only what we choose to observe.
Definitely.
It's only what we choose to make out of it. And I'm not saying it as a saint. You see me day by day. I'm going through a lot of shit. And it's easy to just sit here and say, oh, yeah, we need to observe it better. We need to give it space. We need to forgive ourselves. But we all know that day-to-day basis can be bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So take me to a place that you remember as, let's start from the beginning, as a young boy, that you got identified with ADHD. Was it something that they gave a name, like Ahia is a ADHD kid?
Yes, I do. But if to be honest, it was, let's put it on that way. I did a test to see basically what's going on.
Yeah.
And I realized that it's much easier for me to memorize or to remember things and talked about it, and not writing those.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a funny thing because, I'm more a soldier with a pen.
Yeah.
And then I understood that one of my biggest weapons is actually my mouth. So I realized how to use it. So for me as a kid, when I had it, they want to give me also, kind of pills and to try to cool it down. But for me, the best drug for me was painting and to do art.
So crazy for me that, a doctor will give like a pill to a 9-year-old and tell them they're not okay. It's like, like there was a sentence of Einstein, I think it was like, if you're gonna judge a fish by how it's climbing a tree, then of course it's gonna,
Yeah.
So this whole ADHD movement of like, this kid needs medication, or what 8-year-old kid needs to sit in class and be firm like that? And read from a board. This kid should be outside, running around, doing whatever he wants.
Exactly.
Not trying to be built like a screw to a system that he really doesn't. No one belongs to the system, you know.
No.
The system exists just to make us quieter, more less observative, less true to ourselves. You know, just to be a piece of a puzzle that I don't even see the picture in this fucking puzzle, you know?
Because they industry and they're trying to make workers. As you know, basically it's very simple because you're right. We're not supposed to be under titles. I call it in that way. And we're not supposed to be from our 6 years old when our all imagination and everything that inside of us is wider and it's got no endless. And when you are inside a school or any kind of system, they starting to block you. And exactly trying to put you in a pattern. And the moment you are starting to get inside to the pattern, you're starting to lose a lot from your, I want to say skill, I want to say present, I want to say gifts that you got actually. And yes, I totally agree with that. And specific also in Israel, you know, it's funny because you have like a statistic that until 28, age 28, you're supposed to be with something. And this something is supposed to be you need to finish your, when you're 18 years old, you finish high school. And then in Israel, I don't know if much people know that, but you have to be drafted to the army. And then you have to give 3 years from your life. After 3 years, they're expecting you. Who? The normal.
Yeah.
The normal people. The statistic. They're expecting from you to go to school and to get any kind of
Degree.
Exactly, degree. And after you have a degree, after 4 years, 6 years, doesn't really matter what you choose, you have to find a job. And secret.
Yeah.
Small something that nobody know. Nobody really getting job after they finish degree. And wait, he didn't finish because we're only now 26. Then you're supposed to find a woman. And then you're supposed to be under marriage until 28. And this is basically the statistic.
Yeah.
And sorry to say that out loud, but I think it's shit. I think it's bullshit. Because you have so many things that on the way that they're just trying to manipulate your character by their own aspect and what they want and what they need. It's not what they want. They need workers. They need the 9 to 5. They need that basically you're going to have a employee of credit and you're going to use the credit and you're starting to get sickness and then you are getting also addicted to drugs and basically that's it. You are one of the system and this is what they want from you to be in the end.
Was there a period in your life that you agreed to this system? That you were into this? I'm gonna do a degree and then I'm gonna find myself a family and then I'm gonna do that. Did this idea ever find itself amusing in your head?
Ooh, no. I think from the moment I finished high school, I moved to the USA, to United States. I've been living there like for a couple months until I was supposed to be drifting to the army. I got back to Israel. I did mechina. It's like a pre-military. Basically just to get you
it's like
ready.
Preparation for what you're going to do at the army.
Exactly. And I want to be a fighter. I want to be a really good soldier like my own father. And I did it. I reached to the point that I'm inside of the system and I'm a fighter and I'm going to do what nobody was expecting me to do. Like all the time when I was a kid, because I used to be like an artist and I used to do this flow in my life, nobody was believing me that I'm going to do it. And like, you're going to do something easy and whiz. Exactly. And I said, fuck it. No, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to do it in the best way. And I think when I was in the USA, it was a war in Israel. I think Tzuk Eitan. And I see it from far away and I'm saying to myself, fuck no, I'm not going to be a pussy. I'm not going to stay in a base and not doing anything. I'm going to be a fighter. I'm going to keep my family safe, even with my body. And you know, it's funny because this is something also that like put us in our mind that this is the only option that we have. And unfortunately, yes. And of course, I do believe in other ways that we can do it. But on that time, this is the only thing that I had in my mind. I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep my family safe. And I got back to Israel. I've been in the preparation. I reached to the point that finally I'm in the place I want to be in, Givati, a fighter, and I started to do
Yeah,
everything.
I also served there. Yeah, we served
So,
the same place.
It was a good time like to start. But then I had a mental breakdown inside to the Tironut. Basically, it's the beginning of the military.
Troopers.
And I had a mental breakdown. I had basically a broke up, and it was happening in a situation that I wasn't ready for that, and everything was too big because the military was too much and everything was too intense, very too intense. And in one point, I found myself like starting to get afraid from just the thinking about that I'm gonna have a weapon.
Yeah.
And who know where I'm going to find myself
With this weapon.
with myself. And then I started to getting really scary. And my friends starting to see it, and they asked me, "Are you afraid from that?" And I was honest. I was like, "Dude, yes, I'm afraid, because I don't know what can happen.
Yeah.
It's too close."
Yeah.
And then I had a psychologist. I was talking with them, and she said, "Okay, you had way too much stress. Take a step back, go to easier job, and don't worry. If you want to get back to be a fighter, you can do it." And I did it. I got down inside like a regular thing in the military, something much easier. And if to be honest, it was sweet as honey. And I'm not gonna eat shit after you taste honey.
Yeah.
So I stayed there for almost a year, and the mental breakdown didn't end. And unfortunately, it was kept. And I felt inside to a depression in the military. And the most offensive thing that was happening there, when you're coming to the psychologist, is not seeing you as a Ahia. It's actually see you as a number. You have a serial number, and it's sealed by that. And after, I think, a couple of months that I was with the one person, one time I came, and then suddenly it's a different one. And then you're going to psychiatrist,
Yeah. Psychiatrist.
and then you're starting to get labels, literally like price tag.
Yeah.
And okay, so you are suffering from mental depression, and you are suffering from, and you are suffering, and you're suffering, and you're suffering. Now, me as a kid, 19 years old, with a broken heart, I'll be honest, it was a broken heart, and I'm looking on the doctor with a white coat behind all his degrees, and he say to me what I'm suffering, and the only things that I have say is just amen.
Yeah.
Amen, amen, amen. So what I need to do? And then it's starting to give you pills. And this was my first time ever with any kind of pills, and it was my last time with pills. And because I was in a mental breakdown that I'm sick, that's it. You saying I'm sick, I'm a mental sickness. And I need to be cured because I remember myself in a different way before. What happened? So I started to taking the pills. And for a period of, I think, 4 months or 3 months, I started to rise up the minuno.
The amount.
I started to rise up the amount of the pills, and this is something that you're not doing without any kind of permission or without any kind of confirm about something. And it was like a snowball under a hill. And that's it. It was 4 months that I was falling in a really big depression, that I started to understand that no one gonna see me. Nobody see me. And I used to be from one of those person that I can show that everything is fine. I have the beautiful smile. I can help everyone. But when it's about me, shutting down the door, and screaming my fucking guts inside to the pillow. And this is the only thing I can do with myself. And after 4 months, I I got also sleeping pills. And they was really fucking badass. From those kind that you're taking and you have 15 minutes to be in the bed, because if no, your body starting to shutting down itself. Literally,
it's crazy.
Parts after parts starting to getting falling asleep, and you're starting to like this. And that was very, very strong. And one night, I took 2 pills, and I woke up, I think, after 4 hours. And the most scary time in my day was the night.
Yeah.
And because the thoughts that I had in those times, they had present. Like I was feeling my thoughts, like they was big, they was dark, and they was consuming. Because after a long time that you're not there for yourself, and you are always there for someone else, and you're just giving from yourself more and more and more parts, eventually you find yourself with nothing in your hand.
Yeah.
So I found myself waking up at night and starting to getting anxiety. So I'm trying to cool myself, and I'm trying to smoke a cigarette after a cigarette. And I think the third cigarette, I said, well, dude, just leave the phone and trying to go to sleep. Yeah. And the moment I putting the phone on the side, I'm getting a vibration, like, vroom. I see the phone and I see a message from my ex. And the girl that I was basically broke up with her in the beginning of the military. And we're starting to talk, and then the conversation is starting to getting inside to a fight, and the end of the fight was such a piece of shit that I'm saying to myself, fuck it. From this is why I'm staying here. This is the last stroke that broke the camel back.
Yeah.
And what I did, the next step was a big step. And I tried to commit suicide.
Yeah.
And what was actually happening, I took all the nice present that I had from the nice doctor.
Yeah.
Around like 52 pills from everything. Everything from everything. The sleeping pills, psychological pills, everything. I took 50-something pills with this kind of zip of water. And I'm drinking everything. And I realize there is no tomorrow for Ahia anymore. You're finished. This is the fine line. And I see that I have the time to cancel the order. And I'm deciding not to do it. And I'm starting to accept it. That's it, I'm finished it. And I remember that everything from that point was the last time. If it was the cigarette, the last time. If it was music, the last time you're gonna hear. I even thought about a couple months before that, if I will ever had the option that before I go, I can listen to something, what will be? What will be the song that you're gonna fade out inside to the universe, back to your home? And I found it. And the funniest thing is I found it like before it happened a couple months ago, and the moment I hear it, I knew it. I knew this is the one.
What was the song?
It's calling Bag Rider Shooting Star. It used to be a time that it was with a meme, but something inside the music, the song itself, all the time I hear it, I remember the consuming that for me falling apart inside to the universe and getting back, spread around everywhere. So I remember the moment that I realize it, and I'm starting to say thank you, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry about what I'm going to live next. If it's for my parents, if it's for my friends, if it's even for the people that's sleeping with me inside to the room of the military, they're going to wake up tomorrow to a dead body. And I remember that I putting the headphones, weeping like my tears, and I'm smiling. And not only smiling, I think it was the first time ever in my life that I realized what is a nirvana. And I remember closing the eyes and just starting to fade out. And it didn't happen. As you can see, guys, wow.
You woke up in the morning and...
I didn't wake up in the morning. I was actually woke up in a hospital
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was waking up in the hospital with no feeling in my legs, connecting to a lot of infusion, catheters, zonda,
Yeah.
and this is who I am right now. But what happened from that point to that point, people just got me back to the puzzle. And I remember a couple pictures, and this was a crazy thing. So I basically remember that what actually happened after I did the pills, I think 40 minutes after, I remember at the time it was 5:30, and 40 minutes after, my friends in the room, they're starting to hear me choking, and I have no reaction. I'm starting to vomit, and no reaction, and I starting to choke by my vomit, and they starting to wake me up. Nobody in home. Like the eyes go down, go in, and they are carrying me as a baby, running inside to the מרפאה,
To the
to the nurse house.
like the hospital place.
Yeah, the hospital of the base. And I had a friend in the Teronut in the beginning of the military that we did it together, and we both was in the same base but in different subject. He was medical and I was like in a different job, and he telling me that in the same night he's dreaming about me, and the moment he's dreaming about me, he's hearing in his dream soldier trying to kill himself. And he knew the moment he's opening his eyes, he say, Ahia, I knew it's you. I came and I saw you on a table, and I said, guys, I'm taking care of it. And they took me to the hospital in Be'er Sheva, and I remember from that point, I do remember a couple of things. I remember a cold floor, like somebody put me on a floor. And I remember that somebody lifted me up from a floor, and they put me on a table and starting to run with me. And I just getting slaps into the face and hearing screaming, who are you? Where you came from? Who are you? What's your name? And I'm getting just slaps. And I remember one picture that they're running with the bed. And I remember that I'm holding like the bed on the side, and I'm take me like blah.
Yeah, vomiting
Like a black thing, a thing that they clean like the stomach. And I remember they like, before they got me, they raped me, the clothes, and they put me something inside of the face, and bam, sleeping. And then I found myself like waking up in the bed, soldier sitting next to me like keep me safe. And the thing about it, in Israel, the military is not taking responsible about those kind of things. So when I was under drugs, under illusions, when I'm still doesn't know what's going on, someone from the military came to me and asked me if I want to sign up on a secret form that nobody gonna know about it. And what I thought is like, okay, they're not going to tell about that to my parents, to everyone else. And I'm going to say that I got maybe a flu, and I was in the hospital for 2-3 days. And that's it. I got some gimelim, some days off.
Yeah.
So this is what I thought. And I signed about it. And then I found myself like waking up in the bed. And I had a feeling inside my pee-pee that I need to fucking pee, because I had something inside to my penis that they put a stroke inside it, because you cannot pee when you are unconscious, but you have to take out the fluid. So it was the worst feeling I ever had. It's like you need to pee, but you cannot pee.
Yeah.
It's something like, I just remember that, and I have the same feeling.
Yeah.
And I'm want to take a pee. And I'm starting to like getting up myself, and I'm trying to get up on my feet, and I didn't know that I don't have any kind of feeling on my feet. So I was like starting to getting up, and the moment I'm just starting to get up, I'm falling down with everything in me. Like I had with two in my arms over here and over here. I got here, I got
The
here.
nurse on the side is like, fuck that.
And I'm falling down and, like standing like that. And the soldier was like, no, it's getting crazy. Hold up, is it? And 5 or 6 nurses come to me, doctors lift me up to the bed, and then they put me something inside to the face, and
Yeah.
and what the fuck? And then I'm waking up again, and I ask, like, please take it off. I can't. And they took it off, and after that, they moved me to a different place in the hospital, and psychiatric came to me and asked me, would you like to go to like a mental hospital? And I was like, I was like, wait a second, I don't know what's going on. Still, let me think about it. So nobody of my parents, nobody of my family know that I'm in this situation. And one night I'm waking up and I see my brother, like Tzach, my big brother. And he's like getting inside to my room. And he was like, dude. And I was like, looking at him, how do you know? And he told me that my friend from the room know about it, of course. And he's actually sent a message to my ex that Ahia trying to commit a suicide. And my ex told my brother. And she told him, like, where I am, where I'm staying. And it was a hard time. Because to see my biggest inspiration in life, the one, really stand up, breaking down. And he came and like, what's going on? I was like talking with him. And we said, all right, let's go out for smoking. And he's like starting to get ahead. And I was like, Tzach, wait a second. Can you help me with something? And he was like, yeah, of course. What you need? And I'm pointing on a wheelchair. And I was like, dude, I have no feeling in my legs. He was like, what? I'm like, I cannot move anything from that part to the other, nothing. And he's put me on the chair, and I hear him like, crying. And it was hard, and then everybody knew. So the next morning, I'm waking up to screams inside, like outside of my room, and I hearing my mother screaming how it can be the kid is anonymous. Now, on my medical report, there is no name, no last name.
No shit.
Anonymous. And my mother, she's like, if the kid was dying, what's going on?
Where am I in the picture?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And it was a big slap inside to the face. And then I had a situation with a psychiatric that he came and asked me, would you like to go to a mental house? And I was like, dude, I don't want to do anything way too
quickly.
Yeah. Exactly. Let me think about it. And I thought about it. And I said, well, dude, in the past almost a year, you was in the military, you was in the army, and you didn't got any kind of treatment. The only thing they gave you like pills, and that's it. Yeah. Even the conversation, they used to see you as a serial number. You're nothing from them. And I felt like maybe I should take a really therapy, a real treatment. And I said, yes, I'm going for that. And I came to my parents and my family, and I told them like, hey guys, I need to tell you something. I decided with myself to go inside to a mental house and to see how to deal with it, how to cure it. And that's what happened. I got inside. And I think the first night inside there, I realized everything. Because you got inside to a place that is exactly like in the movies. You have the nurse room, you have the garden where to go out, you're smoking, you have the rooms, you have the food court, we can call it on that way. And everything is go by time and everything is like that. So I came in the first night, got inside to the nurse room, I have my drawer with my name on it. And what you have inside the drawer? Exactly. Pills. And I'm taking it because this is what I used to do.
Yeah.
And this is what I know.
The man in the white coat is telling
Exactly, the man in the white coat.
you. Yeah.
And after 2 hours, I'm waking up in my room with a smell that doesn't exist and a taste that it doesn't exist. And I'm starting to getting crazy. And I'm afraid to go out to the nurse and to tell them what I'm feeling because may sound like a crazy person and you are in a mental house, dude.
Yeah.
You are now a crazy person.
Allegedly.
So I'm like, nah, you cannot do it. And I eventually going inside the nurse room and I'm telling them, look, what I'm going to say is going to make me sound crazy.
I know shit.
I smell something that it doesn't exist and I have taste that it doesn't exist. What to do? And what they do? Nothing. So
Yeah.
I just
let it the pill that doesn't exist.
Exactly. They would take, it doesn't exist. Don't worry, it's going to work with everything that doesn't exist.
Yeah, bye-bye.
No. So the morning after, I said to myself, fuck it. It's the last time that I'm going to do it to myself because it's not help. That's the first thing. Second of all, it's killing me. And so from that point, every time that you had the time of the pills, you have like a long line of crazy people waiting for the crazy pills to be crazy.
Yeah.
And every time I was going inside to the room, they give you the pill, they give you a small glass, and they're waiting to see if you took out the pill. And I put it over here, like, everything is cool. Going out, looking for Heli, this is what you love, right? And giving, it's time to give pills to people.
They ask themselves why Heli is still there. And
Cute. No, she's out. I hope so.
well,
Yeah.
man, listen. We're going to continue the story in a minute and just have like 6 different points. Yeah.
I know.
So the first thing was me commending you and appreciating the fact that as a soldier that is afraid to hold a weapon, that was like 20 minutes ago. You're so, like I said at the start, you're so clear with yourself on being like exposure, like with your feelings, and other person would probably have said, oh, I'm not a pussy, I'm gonna hold this fucking weapon, I don't care, I'm afraid, this weapon can be afraid of me. No, you told them like, I'm not gonna hold it and it's not for me because I'm afraid, and that's commendable and that's beautiful. And also the fact that I could hear the system coming out of you when you say like, oh yeah, I'm going down, from when I was a fighter, now I'm going to another job, it means I'm going down.
Yeah.
That's the system talking through us, being like, oh, being a warrior or a fighter, whatever is the highest, like, that's a problem because there's so many good qualities that people can put out in the army that doesn't belong to running on the hills or shooting people or whatever.
No.
That's, I just wanted to commend you for that as well. Beautiful. I didn't know the story. I didn't know this whole thing. And
Yeah, I know. It's not on my bio on my Instagram.
it's not my bio, Yeah, fucking man. Like, I'm gonna tell this story sometime, but I do know how you feel, and I do understand this point, and that's the force to continue living. Is it's not that obvious.
Nah.
To want to continue to feel yourself, like having this force again to live life is amazing. And you can continue the story if you want, like from the mental hospital.
Yeah, of course.
Go for it.
Because, when you say to find the source or the force to continue life, it was
what's
a little
keeping
bit...
you moving,
Okay, so over there, I didn't know. First of all, I live in a different reality. Truly in a different reality that, fuck, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, okay, it's not gonna happen. But I was still feeling sad and I was still feeling depression. But in the moment I got inside to the mental hospital, I realized, first of all, about myself, that I'm not crazy. Truly, I can say that out loud, guys, I'm not crazy.
That's what all the crazy people say.
Yeah. But then when you're around truly mental issues, you're starting to realize that what you did, and I'm talking only individual about myself, what I did, it was only a pressure. And it was a time with such a huge stretch that I couldn't relieve for myself. And I had no place to take it out, like truly take it out from my system. And it always was kept inside me. And over there, I started to truly sitting with people that, with schizophrenia. And I was asking people like, hey, why are you here? And nothing too serious. I'm just hearing voices. And the moment he's saying hearing voices, he's like looking around and like, yeah, he's a nice guy, I know. And he's looking at me back. And nobody's on the other side. All right.
Allegedly. Maybe you don't see it.
Apparently, I don't see all of the people out here. Yeah. And I'm sitting with another person. And he's like, dude, if I'm not sleeping at night, the sun will burn me up. Like, what? Like, yes, the sun. I need to keep away from the sun. And he's all the time with long sleeves and like, dude, I need to sleep every night. And one night he's waking up and you hear him screaming inside the halls. And you see this guy naked running inside and throwing shit, literally throwing poop on the nurses and he's throwing poop on the doors and he's painting smileys and like,
oh shit.
Yeah. So I even been there with people that also try to killing themselves.
Yeah.
And we had like a gang, truly like a small gang of 5 people that were trying to make a suicide. And you're starting to hearing other voices and other stories. And I had a conversation with a 53 years old father that was trying to kill himself. And he had a family and he had 4 daughters, beautiful ones. I remember that they showed me the picture. And I was like, wow. And we had an amazing conversation. I don't really remember about even what we talked about, like perspective about life. And I remember that he's starting to crying in front of me. And he was like, I'm feeling ashamed in myself that a 20 years kid telling me about life. And you're right. How it's even possible? And I was like, dude, you just need to accept it and take it. If you can use it, use it. And after 2 weeks that I've been there, and it was like a closed department that you cannot go out from it, and only people can come visit you.
How long? 2 weeks?
It was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And those 2 weeks, I realized how important is the meaning of family, and how much the family is the one for you in those times. And every day they came, and there was like the mother and father of the department that I used to be there. And every time that they came, everybody was sitting with my parents and my family, and they used to bring a lot of food and snacks and to spread everyone. And the nurses, I even remember that I had a relationship, not an intimate relationship, but a relationship with one of the nurses that she really loved me. And over there, around 8 o'clock, you need to get out from the room. And you need to start the day outside. You have so many things to do. And I was like tired. And every time she was like coming and like, Ahia, do you want like to sleep more? Like, yes, please, can I have more? And she's closing and locking the door on me that nobody will interrupt me. And after 2 hours, 3 hours that I used to sleep more, I was knocking on the door and she came to open me. And at the night, she always had food on the side for me. Like if I was waking up hungry, she's like, come, Ahia, I got some nice toast for you. And it was a really good time that I realized a lot of things that, okay, first thing, I did something that is not acceptable by the norma. And I truly can understand it. But I also understand my side because nobody been there for me, even not myself. And this is the only thing. If I'm not there for myself, nobody gonna be there for me. And even if people gonna be there for me and I'm not for myself, from one point to other, probably the people will start to getting fade out because you don't want to help to someone that
They
doesn't
don't
want to.
recognize the help that they want to give you.
First thing, yes.
Yes.
And you know what? You recognize, you see it, but you're not there for yourself.
Yeah.
And after the 2 weeks, I had like a conversation with all the doctors in the department, and I knew exactly what they want to hear, and I played the role because that's it. I realized the game.
You're out. Yeah.
I'm out. And when I getting out, they gave me a huge bag, and guess what was inside it?
Motherfucking pills.
Yes, you're right. Motherfucking pills.
Yeah.
And I was waking up with a huge bag, like it's Christmas, and Santa Claus was fighting with me, and I was taking everything. And my mother looked at me, and I'm walking past by a garbage can, and I was like, phew. And she's looking at me, and I'm looking at her back, and I was like, this is not gonna help me if I'm not gonna help myself.
Yeah.
I need to help myself. So after that, I had a meeting with the military, with the army, to see if what's going on. And the moment I came, the girl over there asked me, "Hey, Ahia, tell me about yourself." And I'm an artist. I'm doing music. I'm doing this. I'm doing this. A lot of things. She looked at me and she said, "And what are you doing here?" And I was like, "To get back to the military, to the army. I want to finish what I started." And she said, "Are you sure about it? Because from my point of view, you're wasting your time. What you doing inside like the system? From my point of view, what you need to do is get out, explore the world.
Go live your life.
Live it." And she said, "I'm going to do something for you today. I'm going to give you something that nobody will give you. And it's life." And she signed it. I'm getting out from the army.
Yeah.
Now, in the army, you have like a, let's say, point that when you're getting out, you're getting points.
Yeah.
And from 21 points, it's a mental issues that after, if you're getting it, it's a
I
mark.
have 97, 82, 70, whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you have it, it's a black mark
Yeah.
on yourself, because when people interviews or any kind of a big job that you would like to go inside, they will see what's happened. And it's hard. But no, she tell me I'm giving you 24. 24, it's a medical point. That you actually, nobody will know what happened. And you are waking out, you are walking out from the army as a normal soldier. That you are getting everything like everybody else getting it, and you have nothing that can hold you down. And it was the best present I ever got.
Definitely.
A month after, I moved to the USA. I moved to Miami. I had a family over there. My sister used to live there. And over there, I found myself in the most beautiful place I ever been when I used to kid. And it's still there. The sadness, the feeling, and it's like a big fat purple cat that's sitting on you and you cannot move. And one night, I remember that I'm standing up on my sister's porch on a 24th floor, and I'm starting to getting an attack, like an anxiety attack. And I'm looking down to the porch from the 24th floor, and you have a sentence in Bring Me the Horizon. It's a band that it's saying, "I cannot draw my demons because they know how to swim."
Yeah.
And I teach them how to swim.
Yeah.
And over there, I realized that I cannot run away from my problems, and I cannot put my demons over there and to say, that's it, handle with yourself. Suddenly I found them sitting next to me on a 24 porch floor, like, dude, smooth, sharp, and that's it. It's the only thing you can.
Head first.
Bam.
Easy as that.
Easy as that. And the second thought I have is like, what will be the next morning? And the next morning will be that my sister and my nephews gonna wake up to a reality that their uncle and her brother is a mashed potato.
He's a soup out there.
He's a fucking mashed potato. And I said, dude, you're not a pussy. And for me, a pussy is to leave the responsibility to the others. And I said, if you are a man, you're going to do it by yourself in a place, a quiet place that you're not going to leave responsibility to anyone. So I didn't do it. And for Miami, I moved to Houston, Texas, and I used to work in a galot. And
Like carts at malls.
carts, yeah. I used to work on carts selling cosmetic Dead Sea products. Like a nice average Israeli person in the United States.
Show me one person who did it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
Beautiful period.
the best thing happened to me over there was I learned so much about myself.
Yeah.
And the best thing that ever happened to me there is I met a girl named Nitzan. She was my roommate inside the apartment that we used to live, all the people that the employees of the carts. And I share with her my story, and everything is amazing. And then in the end of the story, she's telling me, Ahia, do you know a group on Facebook that call the Internal Secret Life of the Trans? And I was like, no, what is it? I think you should go inside there. And I went inside to the group. It was a 3,000 member people over there. And the only thing that they used to do over there, they used to share methods. All kind of methods, perspective about life, points of life that you can actually take it to yourself and to use it. And what I did from that point, I used to take like a copy and paste inside to my notes, a lot of things. I didn't even read those, but just copy and paste, and copy and paste. And one time on the Kurt, I remember myself like trying to work from 9 until 11, just round and around and around and around, and I can't work. Too many thoughts, too many overthinkings, and way too much on my mind.
Noise.
And I was like, fuck, I cannot do it. I'm a piece of shit. I'm worthless. I'm nothing on what I'm doing here, for what I'm staying in life. Like, all this kind of caca shit.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Tuesday.
yeah, exactly. Another Tuesday. And I was like going out and smoking a cigarette. And what I'm doing outside when I'm smoking the cigarette is actually I'm going to my notes. And I started to reading what I'm basically copying it. And the thing that really got me inside, it was the Pono method. That is go by 4 mantras. I love you, I sorry, please forgive me, and thank you. And what is actually happening over there in this specific time is like, I didn't even know what's happening. I was just reading the methods, reading the mantras, and starting to get inside like reversing. That I'm only like taking out, without even thinking, just to read it and read it and read it and read it. And by that I'm walking back to the Kurt, and 10 meters before I'm getting inside to the Kurtz and realize that I have no air at all. And I was like, ah. And the moment I took up the zip of the air, it's like somebody came to me and did. Now, the thing about the Pono, what it's actually doing is put you back in the present time. That imagine to yourself, you are a producer of your own movie life. And you can actually, from your side, to literally cut the movie every time and to start it over again from where you want it. Yeah. So by the 4 mantras, you have the ability to be the same producer of your life. And I got I opened the eyes and I never had a feeling of present without any kind of drugs or any kind of truly fucking present. And I got inside to the cart. And, excuse me, sir, would you like to try a sample? Yes. Demonstration. And I'm starting to work with him. And everything with the flow. I'm inside of it. And in the end of the sale, he took a soap in $10, another product in $1,000 or $10,000. Fucking $10 that truly saved my life. Because in the moment I realized that what happened, everything that I had in my notes starting to become my Bible.
Yeah.
I started to put faith, a lot of it, inside what I was reading.
It works.
And it works. And those times I was with no faith because I was waking up after the suicide, trying to suicide. And what I was saying is like, I have no faith in God, but I have faith in everything. And it was like I was a kid that I was only want to learn. Just let me learn everything from the beginning.
Yeah.
Truly everything from the beginning. Everything that was before I was trying to kill myself is over there. What from here? Just to start to build it up. And that point was literally the transforms that we talked about, like what gave you actually the force? What was the source? And I think the source was that those things starting to develop inside to my reality.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's starting to exist.
When the shift from the theoretical side of things is slowly becoming physical, and you're bringing it to this reality by seeing it with your own eyes. Okay, the ideas that I taught myself and the ideas that people taught me is finally starting to shift things in my physical reality.
And then
Makes you believe them because it's all over. And another question that I wanted to ask, because I didn't want to cut this story. Throughout all this process of you trying the suicide for the first time, and then, like through the whole mental hospital and everything, where was the connection to art? Because the way you do your art and your emotional state are going hand in hand together. Because the extreme feelings that you get, as I see it, will probably make you create crazier things and bigger things. And like, where did your sight of the situation that you had, how did it connect to your artistic side of your personality? Did you continue creating things while this process happened?
Yes, but it wasn't as the way that the thing after that I started to realize and to understand, and what was their source from those.
Yeah.
And those time, I think I had only one paint, and you can see the mental breakdown inside the
You still have it?
I think I do have it in my parents' house. Yeah, I do have it.
That's an important one.
It's really important one. And you truly can see the situation. You can look in the crazy eyes that going, what's going on, and you can see what's going on inside of me. Yes.
Man, I could do, like, it's already an hour. That's beautiful, but dude, the spectrum of the soul that you have on yourself is incredible. I'm definitely not finishing here, huh? We have a long way to go. It's amazing to just see people being this authentic to their, because people would have tried to hide this situation that you being so confident in telling what you went through is why you are so secure at the person that you are now. Because you're not running from your shadows. You're not looking at them ashamed or irritated or angry or sad about it. It was what it was. And I needed it to be whatever it was for me to be who I am right now.
If to be honest, dude, I'm walking day by day with marks on my hands.
Yeah.
And you can see it. And for me, years, I was terrified by the thoughts about what people will think about me. And from one point, I said, fuck it. This is who I was, and I was. And who I was made me to be who I am. And of course, every point that I'm saying to myself, it's a different point, and it's amazing. And to be honest with you, I had friends that, you know, we are in a relationship of 5-6 years, and they doesn't know about the story.
Yeah.
Even one time I had a situation that I was like sitting with a group of friends, really close friends of mine, and I was throw something to the air about what I was just told, and one of the friends looked at me in a way that, dude,
You did what?
4 years,
Yeah.
and it's the first time I'm hearing it? What? And I was like, dude, I thought you knew. I thought we passed on it.
Yeah.
It was like, no. And, you know, it's not something that I'm like...
Yeah, again, like you say, it's not on your bio on Instagram, you know?
exactly.
And definitely, you know, but stories like that is the core principle of, like, I have this sentence I love, and I probably told it already 15 times, but like, no tree can go to heaven if the roots doesn't go to hell.
Yeah.
If you don't see yourself in those situations of the pure madness, the pure chaos, the pure sadness, the pure anxiety, the pure depression, if you will not visit yourself there, you will never be able to visit yourself at the better place, at the abundance, at the enlightenment, at the nirvana, like you called it. You will not have any base to climb to those places without the negativity and the sadness and the bullshit. And these days, can you find gratitude towards?
Wow, definitely.
Yeah.
Of course. I had even one time a treatment with a therapist, and we talked about it. And she's asked me, Ahia, if you have a situation that you can be now in a place with Ahia, the 18, the 19 years old Ahia, what would you do? Would you stop him to do it? And I was like, no. I will look from the side, and I will be just want to give him the biggest hug in the world and tell him, dude, everything is going to be not just fine. It's going to be amazing.
It'll be beautiful.
It's going to be beautiful, bro. Do it. Do it. Don't worry. Trust the progress.
Yeah.
Trust the process. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right, you know, because at some point we gotta understand that at any given moment we can choose to wake up based on who we were yesterday or based on who we want to be.
Yeah.
You know, and if you choose to wake up in the morning based on who I was yesterday, so I'm bringing the problems of yesterday, and I'm bringing the anxiety of yesterday, and I'm bringing the trouble of yesterday, instead of putting it over there and just being, okay, they might as well exist, you know, but the more I'm going to put them out at the front of my head again and again and again, no wonder they're going to stay there, you know, if I'm going to choose to look at them every single day. And I'm telling it to myself as well, you know.
Keep feeding them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You keep feeding them at any given moment that you choose, you know, because people tend to like, oh, no, it happens. It's part of the thing. But is all the control that we have is conscious, or we are so far down our subconscious with the mental moves that we taught ourselves to act based on, you know? And I'm going to judge myself, and I'm going to be harsh with myself, and I'm going to be angry at myself at any given moment, and I'm never going to think I'm enough. And no, bro, it's all going to be all right. It's all going to be more than all right.
Exactly.
It's all going to be beautiful.
It's beautiful.
And when we progress to the next phase of your life as Ahia, and the first time I heard about you, even before we got to know each other, I've seen videos of a mutual friend of ours, Itai Aluf from Comet Collective. Let's plug. You've done a show together. It was after the 7th of October, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna put it after. Man, let's talk Nova.
Let's talk Nova.
Let's talk Nova. I wasn't in Israel when all of it went down. I think that the early September I left Israel, coming here, and then 7th of October happened. 6th of October, go.
6th of October. 6th of October, Friday, waking up in my house in Jaffa to another day. Nice one. Getting ready to the festival. And I had a relationship with a girl at the same time. And the same day, we had like a small jealous fight. Sorry. And from one point, I said like, you know what? I'm not going. If this is the feeling that you're gonna have when I'm gonna be there, I gotta to stay home. I don't care to lose a job. I don't care about to lose money. I care about how do you feel, and I don't want you to feel that way. And then she's like, no, and I will feel bad. And it's starting to get an argument. And the moment we are argument, I'm getting a call from Guy Fishy. And he's like, Ahia, I'm outside. And I was like, okay, let's go. So taking out, I'm coming to take my paints. And every time that I used to do like a live art in any kind of festival, any kind of parties, I'm bringing a fucking show. You know, I'm opening a space, I'm giving something to stimulate your subconsciousness, and you stimulate your pingle and heel and stimulate your fucking guts.
Yeah.
And it was the first time ever that I'm going to a show with one paint. And the moment before I'm coming to get out from the house, I was walking like with a Moses sandals.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be in a rave festival in the desert. And a moment before I'm getting out, truly, the leg is still in the air. I'm looking back to see that I didn't forget anything. And the first thing that I'm actually seeing is my shoes, the Fogo shoes. It's like a boots.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's put them. Now, they were in a place that they never been before. Yeah. Ooh, cosmic thing. So, okay, I'm putting out the shoes, going out. And I'm going out with Fishy, with Guy.
Mr. Fishy is in the house.
Mr. Fishy is in the house. Basically, Fishy and I was working there. Fishy was one of the producers.
Yeah.
One of the producers.
He was the manager of one of the stages there.
Yeah, exactly. With the manager stage of the mushroom stage. And I was coming to do artwork. So we both supposed to be there very early, before that everybody gonna come, before it's still like, you know, when you're starting to build up the festival. And we went, and everything is fine. We got inside there. Now, when we got over there, imagine to yourself that we came from the first one. So about the parking, we had like the best parking place, really close to the entrance, and when I'm coming out is right in front of me. So we stop over there, we going inside to the rave, to the party, and everything's go by amazing. And things starting to be happening, you know, everybody from the high side. Now, from my side, I was like in a place that I didn't feel sure to do drugs, because I am in a fight with my girl, and I don't want to be in like a place.
Yeah.
No. I'm really connected to my feelings, that I'm not gonna run away from this and respect it.
Respect.
So every time that some friend came to me like, dude, Ahia, would you like to do some shrooms? You have to see what I brought. Take a look, take a zip, take a take.
Yeah.
No.
Open your nostrils.
Trust me, Arshini, trust me, I'm telling you. And every time, no. Later. And in one point, my really good friend of mine came to me and would like take me out from a situation and tell me like, dude, do something like that, and take. Like, nah, I don't want it now. Dude, put in your pocket. He gave me like a doctor, Mensi. Put in your pocket, and now let's do one before the sunrise. Yalla. With you, brother, I can do everything. So we both do like sniffy.
Okay.
And that's it. This is the only thing we did over there.
Yeah.
And I found myself in a situation that I'm seeing a really good friend of mine.
Where's at the sunrise?
Yeah. Basically an ex, some girl that we used to date. And from one point to other, we found ourselves like sitting, and I want to tell her something that we need to do something, like to pass on each other's life, and it was fun, but we need to keep moving. And we are sitting in a place on the quiet zone, and a second before I'm coming to tell her like what I want to say, we're starting to hearing rockets like bam, 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 bam. We both on the floor, and 2 seconds, something like that, I realize in what situation we are. I don't know, like my body realized it. I'm stand up, I'm lift her up from the ground, I'm taking a look at her, and I'm saying like, Ronnie, you need to get the fuck out of here. Something bad is happening. And she's like that, in shock, like, what? Like, Ronnie, get the fuck out of here. Something is bad is gonna happen. And she started to run. And I started to run back to my place where my art things and everything. Now, the situation is go by that. 6:30 in the morning. The place is full. And I remember that I'm running back to my place, and people sitting, people taking pictures and videos of what's happening, and nobody realized, of course, what is going on. But something inside of me, I don't know, something inside just let me run so fast back to my place. And thank you that I had only one paint that come with me. And the funniest thing about this paint, it was a black paint with only Hebrew letters. I really like calligraphy. And the words, it doesn't was with words or anything like that. It was only like letters. And the letters build up a word. And the word is actually build up was emet. Emet is true. Now, in Hebrew, you have Aleph, Mem, Taf.
Send me a picture of the I'm going to put it.
Okay. So what was actually happening in the word, Aleph and Mem, they were connected. And you have Mem and Taf, and Mem and Taf in Hebrew, it's Met. Met, it's mean dead. And they was separated. Now, the Aleph Mem is actually Ahia Malul, from where I see it. And is separated from dead, from Met. And I took the paint, and everything is amazing. I'm turning around, and I see a guy like 100 or 200 meters in front of me, and I'm screaming, fishy. I don't know how he hear it, but he was like running and like suddenly stop, looking around, and he's telling, and imagine to yourself like a picture, thousands of people, truly thousands of people, go from there, tons of people, and I was like, fishy, and fishy stop, and you see like people hiding it, and like then you see it again, and like he's like, turn around and he's look at me directly inside of me, and I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck is going on? We need to run now. We're going out. Now, remember when I told you that we came first and basically we had like the perfect parking?
Yeah.
And we are starting to looking the car. And there was 20 minutes that we're looking the car and it's not even, it's like, how the fuck how it can be?
Yeah.
We parked it in the first line. How we got to the third line and we're looking for the car. Something is like hiding the car from our eyes. And eventually I found it in the car. I'm calling Fishy. We're getting inside to the car. Now, those 20 minutes is starting to make a parking jam of cars getting out from the dirt road back to the road itself. And we had like a small snake of parking jam. And one car in front of us got inside it. And when we trying to get inside to the parking jam from nowhere, and when I'm saying nowhere, imagine to yourself that we had one tree over here and one tree over here. And it's like a door, all right? The car is like passing in. Now we standing over there to let the cars pass like around 7 minutes. There is no way those 7 minutes was somebody behind the tree because it's in front of us.
Yeah.
And of course there have to be movement because everything is under pressure and everything is like crazy. The moment when we're coming to get inside to the parking jam, after the car in front of us got inside, some security guy came and he's like, guys, not from here. And he's telling only us like, guys, not from here. You have another road behind you. Go from there. And we are the first ones to go to the other road.
Yeah.
Now, we got on the road. And, dude, we have music. And we played it out loud. And we doesn't even know what's going on. And we started to drive to the right side. Now, to the right side, it was... we had Be'eri, and the other side, we had, God damn, I forgot the second one. We had two main kibbutzim on Yeshuvim that got really bad hitting by the attack. And we go into one side, and a car in front of us, driving hell as fuck, like a maniac. And when he's passing us, I hearing mechablim, like terrorist, and I see the car like, bullets inside it and shots, and the glass is broken as fuck. And I was like, Fishy, stop, turn around, dude. No. We go back. Now we're going back again to the party. Now imagine to yourself, let's do it like that, okay? We have here the party. We got from here. And over here on the road, we have like small parking jam. And what happened? We are crossing the parking jam on the dirt side. And we starting to go to the other side, clean. Now, we have a car in front of us. We're driving like a couple of minutes. And suddenly I'm hearing shooting, but not the usual one that I'm used to in the last 30, 40 minutes that it's like above me, like bam, bam, bam. By the way, the rocket attack, still on.
Yeah.
And when I say still on, imagine to yourself...
Full power.
Full fucking power. Now, we are on an area that we have something to be secure about because it's an open space. Yeah. So in Israel, when you have an open space, that doesn't send rockets to explode the other rocket of the enemy. So it can fall down everywhere. So in those 40 minutes, there were still fucking huge rocket massive attack. And I'm starting to hear shooting. Not the one that I'm used to. And I'm opening the door, like not the door, the window. And I'm hearing, and we stop. We open the door and I see also the car in front of us stop. And then I see two people went out from the car, starting to go behind, and what I'm hearing is like pa 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 pam pa pam, and one of the guy just fall down, and I'm looking at it like 50-60 meters in front of me, and I was like, Fishy, turn around, okay, turn around. And he's like, didn't see anything, like doing it again. we're going back to the party, and we stuck inside a traffic jam that you have nowhere to go. Now, where we are, okay, I will tell you exactly where we are in the same situation. We are in the middle of the desert, okay? Not really the desert, but in the middle of nowhere. And the only thing that we have over there is or to go back to the party, that we have the party with a closed area. In front of us, we have a shelter. Behind us, we have open space. Now, in the situation that we are, where you going to hide? Where you going to start to hide? Because this is the only thing that you have left. Why? Because we're starting to hearing the shooting from both sides of the road.
They're
And
closing in on you.
Exactly. You're starting to hear it get closer and closer and closer. And it's starting to get very and more strong. And now, where we stood, we have 15 meters in front of us, the shelter. 25 meters in front of us, we have the party. In the back of us, it's a fucking open space. And if I'm going to run over there, I'm a target.
Yeah.
Shooting keep going, and one of the shooting was really close to us, and it got hit on one of the car, and it was like a boom. Like somebody told us, run. And we're starting to run. And I don't know why, I don't know how, we choose the open space to run inside it. And we're starting to run in an open field, and I was a fucking duck. And when I say a fucking duck, dude, you hearing the shooting like that, and you can see the shooting hitting the floor, and you realize that holy shit, what the fuck is happening? It's not true, it's not happening, it's only a bad dream. And you like that.
I remember a video of you shouting, like, guy showed me, Fishy, אני לא מאמין, Fishy, I can't believe, Fishy.
No, I was like, what's going on?
Complete shock.
A complete shock. Like, it's a bad dream. It's a fucking bad trip. It's a fucking bad trip. That's it. This is the only thing that I see right now.
Dream.
It's a dream. And we're starting to run. Now, on the open field, it's like a mountain and a hills and a valleys and all these kind of things. So you finding yourself like going down a hill inside to a valley. And then you're starting to see people running back inside to the valley to go back, because from there they're gonna come also. And then you realize they're coming from everywhere. Truly everywhere. And from one point to other, I found myself, me, Fishy, and Michal, his girlfriend, we are running together. And dude, you cannot run together. It's like run for your own. And in one point, you're running for your own, because you have nothing to do, just trying to save yourself. And we found ourselves like multiple times, falling back again and again, and again and again and again and again. And in one point, I'm finding myself like running alone after, I don't know, 40, 50 minutes of running over here or on your life. So it's not like I'm doing jogging, morning with like this funny string. Dude, I'm running on my.
Are you with headphones?
You know,
Which could have been a good idea.
it was better. It was better hearing the bam.
Oh yeah, not funny at all.
No.
Okay.
Yes. So I found myself in a situation that how long you can hold it, in this type of like.
What are you thinking while you're running?
Wow, good question. Let me try to remember what I'm thinking about.
What is your mind telling you?
Holy shit, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it's gonna happen. Holy shit, where the fuck am I? How it can be that I'm the one inside it?
Yeah.
And of course, holy shit, who is the person that you're gonna tell now I love you before you're gonna dead?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And of course, the first thing I'm doing, I'm taking out my phone and I'm texting my ex, my girlfriend in the same day, Adal, I don't know how to say it, but terrorist got inside to the party and starting to shooting everyone. And if to be honest, I don't know what's going to happen. I just want to tell you that I love you. and you're starting to, say thank you about everything in your life. And the same days she was at Germany, so we had 1 hour between us. Like I was in front,
An hour front, yeah.
an hour in the front, and she waking up only 1 hour after. So the 1 hour after she's calling me, it's the moment when I'm, on the fucking line of my life. So she's like, I'm answering like, attack, fuck. And she's like, hopeless.
Possibly can I say that
What?
will help this situation?
Nothing. Only like keep running,
Yeah.
keep running and keep running to me. Like that's it. This is the only thing, and the only thing I had in my mind. You are the only target that I have. You are the only thing that's it. This is for this I'm running for.
Yeah.
This is what is my life worth.
Yeah.
You. That's it. I'm putting everything on you. This is what I have left. Not really, but from the same moment.
Yeah.
For this I'm living now.
No judgment at all.
And I have a situation that I'm running alone, and from one point my body can't handle anymore with everything.
Yeah.
So the only thing I need is just drinking water, truly drinking water. And in the middle of nowhere, you see cars, people just leave the car there and running, and I got inside like a couple cars, and nobody's like around me. People 10 meters next to me running on their life, and I inside there, and I see a bottle of water, and I was like, fuck yes, thank you. And I was like, take it up, open the bottle, and take a really amazing sip of alak.
Oh shit.
Yes.
Oh shit.
Yes.
That happened to me. Not during running from terrorists, but
So I would.
Arak is an alcoholic beverage for the guys that doesn't know it.
Okay.
Arak.
It's very strong alcohol, and if you're not ready, even for the smell, for the taste, it can make you. It can cause problem, guys.
That's a problem.
That's a problem. So, in the situation that I am, and I'm taking this big, huge drink of alcohol, I shutting down, like everything is starting to getting out. I falling down to the ground, and everything is like covered with tears and sand and dust and everything. And I hearing the shooting above my head, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And the only thing I have in my mind, this is the end. And from that point, as I said, nobody was next to me. And I'm hearing a clear voice that's saying, it's not your time. And I feel like something is like grabbing my shirts. Nobody next to me. Something is like lift me up with my shorts, and my legs starting to run, and me flying.
Yeah, I'm not there.
I'm like looking on a situation, like a picture, that I'm not control anything. My leg doing their own, and I run even faster than I run all the 15 minutes before that. Never had something like that. From that point, I knew for 300% I'm not gonna die. I had so strong feeling about it. I'm not gonna die. No matter what's gonna happen from that point, I know I'm safe. And I keep running, and we reach in the end to Patish after 24 kilometers of running and walking. We got inside to Patish. Patish is also a close yeshuv to what was there. The funny story, me and Fishy, as I said, we lost each other like in the running, and I found myself inside the house over there, and Fishy got also inside to the house. So it was like a, dude, holy shit. And I still doesn't realize what's happening behind me. And we're starting to get notification, we're starting to get messages, and we're starting to get calls, and we're starting to getting picture and videos of what's happening over there. And I remember that my roommate, a real close friend of mine, was sending me a profile picture of Shani Luke, and he's asking me like, do you know her? And I was, dude, please no. And he said, I'm sorry, Ahia, there is also a video. And I was like, dude, I need a proof. And he sent me the video. I had only 3 seconds from the videos to get the information that I was supposed to get.
Yeah.
I deleted the video. And I remember that me and Fishy looking at each other, and Fishy told me like, yeah, get ready. There's going to be a lot of funerals. And I was looking at him like, dude, please no. Like, and from that point, you just looking for your friends. And you're starting to send messages, and then you're starting to get replying. Don't call us. They will find us. I'm under the stage. Nobody near, don't get getting closer to the stage. Like, dude, you're starting to realize how fucking big is it. And I remember that I went to the Telegram to starting to see what the fuck is going on, and to starting to looking for friends. And after that we was at the house, we went to the it's called Matnas.
It's like a community space.
Exactly.
Yeah.
A community space, community shelter inside the Moshav. And we're sitting over there, and we rolling a joint to just to understand what's going on. And everything is still with adrenaline, everything is still with huge pressure. And I'm starting to see the Kitat Konenut,
The military squad that is currently like guarding the place.
Exactly. Something there is very sharp. Not like, calm. And 2 seconds after, I'm starting to see everybody that was there, a lot of survivors starting to run the fuck out back inside to the community shelter. And we realized that the terrorists got inside to the issue. Now, just say out loud, every time the terrorists got inside somewhere, they slaughter everyone. Truly cleared the area. So I'm with my brother, my big brother, on the phone, and I was like, Tzach, terrorists got inside to the shuv, and I need to be quiet. I will talk with you like in the moment I had. And from his side, he know exactly what's going to happen. I'm still doesn't know what's going to happen. I doesn't know that the Be'eri concrete, and I don't know that this one got everybody gets. I don't know what's going on,
which is good.
From that moment, yeah. And he told me that before I came here, like only 1 year after that it was the most 15 minutes, 20 minutes scariest is in his life.
Yeah.
That he was sitting like that with my conversation open, just was waiting to see me typing or on. And he said it was internal. And after that was happened, eventually the military squad that in the shuv was able to hold him back. And we got inside 2 shuttles back to Be'er Sheva. And the moment we got inside to the shuttle, I was able to get inside it. And you see a very ugly picture of people, to be honest, trying to save their life. And you see people taking people out from the bus, and you're taking, like, pushing it, and like, fuck, surviving. And we reached to Be'er Sheva, and after Be'er Sheva, I reached to my brother's house, and I didn't know what's gonna come. I have no clue. Truly no fucking clue what's gonna come after that. And damn, brother, it was a lot.
Honestly,
It was a lot.
What's stuck in my head is the picture of your brother, having to see from the start, when we talked about the thing that happened in the military, through the thing that happened with the 24th floor and your thoughts, and another time that he needs to be there and like, you put it next to your next to the soda water, I think. So the mental picture of your brother again and again and again, seeing what's going on through you, and it's just, it puts chill in my body. And what moment are you clear enough to just look at yourself and say, I survived?
In what moment?
Yeah, at what moment do you think the adrenaline and the feelings and the automatic mode that you talk about is done, and you're starting to kind of process what did you just went through? Describe me the moment.
Wow, it took long.
I assume it's still going.
It took still going, dude. It's still going. It took a lot of time because the moment when we got back home, each one of us that was able to get back home, the only thing that we started to do from that point is to looking for friends that's still missing, to starting to go funerals. And dude, it took way too long. And to be exposing yourself, from my point, I didn't saw crazy thing. I didn't saw the horrible and the frightening things that was happening there. But when I got exposed to the Telegram, to the videos that was running inside it, and it was just for looking truly for hands of us, fucking fact or any kind of clue. And dude, it lasts for way too long. So to be exposing from that period of time, that your body is still so active and still so, oh my God, it just make it way bigger.
Yeah.
And it took me a lot of time, because after that happened, I flight back to, not back, I fly to Adal, to Germany, and I didn't even took treatment or any kind of therapy. I didn't even know what's gonna come, and it's in your system.
Yeah.
And I remember nights that I was waking up from screaming and crying. And I remember the nights that I was waking up with a wet bed. And I remember that you're not yourself, and you know that you're not gonna be yourself. And suddenly you're starting to face with everything that you thought you believe in it. Like, it's very easy to say happy, happy, joy, joy, everything happening for a reason, all these kind of hippie thoughts that you teach yourself for your whole build up your character. And then you need to face with it, with what I believe, because now, first thing, I'm still living a fucking nightmare, and it's not the reality that I know.
Yeah.
It's no real. My friends not dead, they're still alive. I'm just having a really fucking bad trip, and I'm hoping to wake up in a bed, tied up to a fucking bed.
Yeah.
To be honest, tied up to a fucking bed, and doctors around me, and they talking Chinese.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't the situation. The situation was every day, the same nightmare, every day, and it's not going anywhere. And after 2 to 3 weeks, when I was there in Germany with Adar, I wasn't I wasn't okay. A lot of furious, a lot of fights, and I didn't took any kind of treatment or any kind of things. And I had an option to go to Vienna, to Austria, to do a massage bara.
Like presenting what happened, being the
voice.
Yes.
And basically to be the voice to tell the story from the first bite.
Yeah, from the first perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I went there with a really good friend of mine, the guy that sniffing. And what was actually happening, in the moment we got to Austria, to Vienna, a lot of communication channels, network channels and stuff like this knew that we are in the city. So everybody want to meet us. And everybody want a story. And everybody want a report.
Yeah.
And everybody want it. So we found ourselves from one channel to other channel to another one. And we're just talking the story. Now, from where I'm standing now, I can tell exactly what happening to me there.
Yeah.
I was very active. And every time I used to tell the story, I was inside the story.
Yeah.
I was feeling the same. Exactly. I was feeling the same feeling that I had over there. I was with the same emotion, with everything, with the same stress. So my body got very, very effective and active. And nobody was there to
balance,
to take it out.
Yeah.
So from one to the other, the third to the fourth, the pressure just going up and up and up and up. And one day I had it was only me. I was in a main channel in Austria, and I had 40 minutes of talking about the story, and it was a big prime time, and it was to be famous from not the right situations. And after we finish, it was wow, amazing, everything is good. We did it. We are the voice of the mothers that their son still kidnapped.
Yeah.
And their son,
till now,
Elia Cohen, still kidnapped. So we had a situation that we are the voices of it. And friends of the Berlin came, and let's have fun. And what we do to have fun?
We sniffy.
We do a sniffy. Yes. So now it's funny, from the same point, it was the most stupid things I could ever done to myself. Yeah, no, it's not like I'm sniffing ketamine or anything that's gonna make me one cocaine, dude. Let's do everything that's gonna make me more active.
Yeah.
So I was like a gas can.
Yeah.
And all I was needed is a small match, bitch.
Yeah.
And it came. So after a night of sniffy, and I was way too active, I had a fight with the dog, and that fight was the trigger. And from the moment the trigger got on, I lost it. And when I'm saying I'm lost it, it was like explosion. Fighting myself, getting out from the house, running in the building and go up and going down and screaming and yelling and cursing, and I don't know what's going on. And my friend Or is coming out. He's the same also Or. And coming out, he's a huge guy, and he's holding like that. And he's like, dude, you're making a scene. A lot of people here doesn't like us. We're not allowed to be who we are. Dude, you're making a scene. It's dangerous. So we get me back inside to the house. And the moment he's like, let it go, my body was just fall down to the floor, and everything is starting to shrinking, and was yelling him, oh, something bad is happening to me. Dude, something bad is happening. And he's like sitting with me on the floor and he's crying. And he's like, dude, we pass it. We're going to pass it also. And I was like, dude, no, something bad is fucking happening, dude. And I'm yelling at him. Like, everything is like hurt. Like, the body itself is like hurting. It's like somebody's electrocuting me. And I'm trying to relieve the stress from my body, and I'm starting to hit everything. And at one point, I give him a huge punch inside of the face, and he's like, release me. And I took the phone, and I'm starting to run again from the house, and I'm starting to run to Vienna. I'm going out 10 in the morning, and I'm under attack.
Yeah, it's a panic attack.
It's a huge fucking panic attack. And I'm on the street, and I'm cursing, and I'm in a bad situation, and I'm hitting trashes, and I'm making a fucking scene, and people are crossing roads from one to others, not to cross with me. And to be honest, thank God, because if somebody was in face with me, I was violence. I was in a bad situation. And I found myself calling to Adar, and she's the main trigger now. And I'm calling her and just blame her, because this is the only thing I know now. I'm blame.
It's not me. It's not me.
It's not me. You made it happen. You made it. And it's not like you made it happen. And suddenly I'm getting inside to a huge anxiety between myself, and I'm blaming Will. Like, you are in charge to everything that happened.
Yeah.
24 friends died.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
Yeah.
ISIS, Hamas, attacks. You're in charge.
Yeah.
It's you. You are worse, and like bad things. And I got inside like a Azot Ahia.
It's like an industrial area.
Yeah, industrial area. The
Factories and shit.
Exactly, like broking the fuck out.
Yeah.
Really broke.
Yeah.
And I remember that I see there a trail train, and I'm starting to walk in on the trail train, and are starting to get inside again a suicide panic attack. Like,
Yeah.
for what? I'm fucking here.
Yeah.
24 is my friend's dead. I'm not gonna live with that. I'm not gonna live with everything that's happening now. Everything is like, I'm cursing God. Like, why the fuck you left me here? And I'm talking with Adala. Now, the same situation that I have now is the same situation that I have in the Nova. I'm running. I'm in a panic attack. And she's with me on the phone. The phone is a trigger for both sides. If I want it or doesn't want it. And we keep talking. And I had, from the moment I got inside to the trail train, it was a dissociative feeling that I'm not there.
Yeah.
Nothing is like on the wheel.
Yeah.
It's just a body way too active.
Disassociate. You're not
so associated.
Yeah.
And I don't remember 15 minutes from that point until the phone got done. Now, the funniest thing about what happened is those 15 minutes, I don't remember anything. The last couple minutes, my brother, Tzach, trying to call me, and the same conversation that we had in the Nova Festival when I running and he's calling me, the same sentence was the same we hear. And it was like, Ahia, where are you? And I was like, Tzach, I don't know, I'm just running. And bam, the phone is down. No battery. Same situation. Also in the Nova, same sentence. Battery is done. Over here, again. And this was Shechzur.
Shechzur means like a representation of something that already happened.
Yeah, so it was the same situation that was over there, the same situation over here. And after a couple of minutes that I have no battery in my phone, I'm starting to waking up. And I'm starting to like look around me and I don't recognize anything. I don't know where I am. I'm looking and I'm on a train trail above a lake and I have nowhere else to go. And I'm saying to myself now, like that, I have the thinking mind, the intelligent one,
Yeah.
and the feeling that I have in my body.
Yeah.
And the intelligent one, the intelligent mind telling me, dude, you came from there. You need to go back there. You left everybody now on a fucking fire. You need to go back and to show that everything is okay. And I'm starting to back on my steps. And I'm going on a curtain like that. And over here, 30 centimeters, even 50 centimeters, I have the trail train. Now I'm walking and the feeling that I have over there, it's shame, guilty shit, and wow. The baddest feeling that I ever had. And trains starting to come over. Now I have maybe 30 centimeters between me into a fucking train.
Yeah.
And when I say a fucking train, it's not that the train that hold and stops in a station. It's on a free trail. She's running. She's
Going somewhere.
She need to get
late.
She need to get somewhere. And from my side, you can feel the vacuum that is like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like my intelligent mind tell me, holy shit, danger. My body can't even react in emotion. It's like standing like this, like what happened? What's going on? Now, I'm starting to get back on my steps. 1 train, 2 trains, 3 trains have been passed now. The funniest thing, how it's even possible that all the way that I was running for, none of the train got me hit. Because when I started to run, it was like, that's it. This is going to be the last running of my life. I'm going to run until something going to hit me.
Yeah.
And that's it. I lost it. Okay. So I got him back. And then I started to see them going inside to a train station. And there is no possible way that I was in a train station crossing that. Because in that situation that I was, somebody would have to stop me. Like, dude, this guy is a fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Who's running inside a train with a cursing and running like, rah. I'm going to be like, it's okay. Let him pass.
Yeah.
Like, no. So I'm saying, okay, I cannot go in from that point because I'm terrified from just the thinking about somebody will look at me with a, holy shit, who the fuck is this crazy guy? I was so terrified from the feeling that somebody will confirm.
Yeah.
Dude, you act crazy. You've been crazy. You've been ooh.
Yeah.
So I was deciding with me and myself to cut inside to the city. No. It's not a place that I've been, and it's not a place that I wasn't even in the running. So I got in a new area, and I'm starting to walk inside to the city. Now in Vienna, it was very, very cold, and I was like wearing this kind of clothes, and you're not ready for the weather.
Yeah.
And everything is like, I'm cold like that, and I'm shaking, and everything is like stress, and I have no battery, I have no language, I'm feeling like a piece of a fucking shit.
Yeah.
And then I'm looking at myself in a reflection, and guess what? I'm looking like a shit, and I'm looking bad, really, really bad. I'm looking like, like that, and my eyes like that, and everything is swallowed, and everything is, and I'm saying, dude, you cannot even ask help, because you're gonna have a rejection, for sure. And I'm not in a stable feeling to give any kind of rejection.
Yeah.
And I just took down my head, and just keep going in the city. Now, it was around, I don't know, 3.5 hours that I was lost with no communication. Nobody know where I am. Nobody have the option even.
So now we're around afternoonish,
Exactly.
2, 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And no, it was around 4.
Okay.
Yeah, it was around 4 because it was starting to dark. So I found myself like keep going. And in one point, I decided to do another turn to the right. And then I got inside to a kindergarten, a playground, and families and kids. And I'm feeling even worse because...
Yeah. No, they need to see me like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the parents need to tell to the kids, don't look like
that
this.
crazy guy.
It's the crazy guy.
He gave all these pills to Heli.
Right, this is a crazy guy. So no, I cannot take this responsibility of being the crazy guy now. Sorry, Heli.
Oopsie.
So I was crossing all the playground and I'm looking on a Chinese restaurant. And I'm saying to myself, well, a weak population over here. I feel weak. I'm sure that I can have any kind of communication, even if I will just doing with my hands.
Something, yeah.
And I get inside and I was trying to talk. And I'm breaking out my teeth just to say something. I don't have now the language. I cannot even speak well. And I'm like that. And I don't know how he know exactly what I was looking for. Playhouse? Yes. Dude, you're fine. You have like a 1 kilometer and you got inside there. And first thing, it was a huge shock for me that I was got so close to my place.
Yeah.
And for all the hours that I was walking, I was pretty sure that, dude, what the fuck? And you know what? The running, maybe it took me 30 minutes. 30 minutes, I ran that far away. So many questions that I still don't have the answer for that.
Yeah.
But you know, a lot of things. And I got back inside to that apartment and my friends standing up in the front of the stairs, you know, like a mother. He's standing like this and like, no, dude, no, you cannot do it. And I was like a fucking ghost passing. And dude, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
There is nobody in the house right now. Like, what's going on? Like, truly a huge question mark. And then I had a call with a psychiatric, almost 3 hours. And we decided that I'm on a SOS situation.
Yeah.
And I need to go back now to Israel to start a treatment.
Yeah.
And this is what happened. Me and Adar broke up. And from that point, everything got shit. Because everything got related to the breakup.
Yeah.
The Nova Festival, the Heartbroken, everything that I could think about it got related to it.
Yeah.
And suddenly, the one person that you love the most and the one person you truly, from where I was running for it, he's not there anymore. And it was really hard for me to holding this reality. If before I was living in a bad dream, I was living in a different reality. It's not the reality of mine.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not belong here. Truly, I'm not belong here. It cannot be that we broke up. It cannot be that I've been in the festival. No. And I was in a denied. A really tough one. Almost 2 to 3 months. I had friends calling me, a video call. And I was at my parents' house in Israel, in Dimona. And I'm not telling anyone that I got back home. And when my friends used to call me, I used to go to my room, putting coats, putting like hats, go out, like a place that will be something cool, nice, and you can see skies, and like answer them. And dude, what's up? How is Vienna? Ah, man, Vienna is amazing. We have so much fun over here. Yeah, maybe next week we're gonna back to German. I'm not sure, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
And you're home.
and I'm fucking home behind my room, talking like, dude, everything is cool. After it's finished, I'm going back to the main job. And it was a very hard one because I had only 1 hour of a therapy in a week that is out of the city. So I was drive to therapy, doing 1 hour and get back home, closing the door, and that's it.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk with anyone. Please don't tell anyone that I'm here. I can't handle with people because nobody will tell me what I want to hear. Nobody will tell me. Everybody will tell me that stay strong, keep moving forward.
Go through it, man. You're a man.
Yeah, and even like all I want to hear, to be honest, is like, don't worry, you and I will get back.
Yeah.
And no. So everything got related to that. And it was a really shitty time because when we started to talk about art, and as I said, like in the beginning of even the conversation, that I got hit in the most secret, the most pure, the most beautiful place that I have in my own life.
Yeah.
And I didn't say it, but the paint that was with me in the Nova Festival, he stayed there.
Yeah.
Something was supposed to be sacrificed.
Yeah.
And it seemed that he got chosen.
Yeah.
As I say, also like the amidst. So this is what was really symbolized for me, that the mem and the taf wasn't connected.
Yeah.
There was no ability to be dead.
Yeah.
It was only Aleph mem.
Yeah.
Ahia Malul. So for me it was okay. What now?
And what's now?
And what's now? The what's now came after I started group therapy.
Yeah.
And I realized this is the best thing that someone with any kind of issue can do it to itself. Even a masturbation.
Yeah.
If you find yourself sitting with a lot of people that are addicted to masturbation,
Yeah.
dude, you will find it strange.
You feel less guilty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, you know, you don't even need to talk. You can just look somebody in the eyes and that's it.
Yeah.
I understand you, understand me.
And also through someone that is being to the same root therapy for longer than you and have more tools to deal with his problem, by you listening to him, you can get the problems faster than what you would come with them by yourself.
Yeah, you're getting
So
another...
the tools are already there. You just need to sit there and listen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I realize that nobody gonna cure me. Nobody gonna heal me. Nobody know what to do in this situation. Let's be honest with each other. No one in ever kind of a psychology or any kind of a therapy book or any kind of a theory,
Yeah.
nobody know how to deal with this specific situation
Because it's
that we
unique to
went through.
Yeah.
So I understood with myself that even the people that coming to help me, they're learning. So I said, okay, I'm the only one that can help me myself now. And the only thing I'm asking, is knowledge. Knowledge and tools. So everything that I was able to like put my hand on it, I put my fucking body on it. Not my hand, my fucking body. And it's not only for me. I said, well, I know the situation. So many people. And if it's gonna help me, it probably can help to someone else. Not everyone, but at least one person that can take it and to keep moving with that.
I've done my part.
Exactly. So in the group therapy, it was the first time I ever did an art therapy. And I can say this was the best thing that happened me in the past year, specific when I was so sensitive with art and to get back to doing art.
Yeah.
And over there, I found the amazing thing that you can do at what we talked about like in the beginning. Like most of my life, I didn't even use this tool to take emotion and to translate it inside to a material, but in a way of thinking that this is the emotion that I'm feeling now. What do you feel? I'm feeling sad. I'm feeling hopeless. I'm feeling joy. I'm feeling fun. Take it. Feel it. Be inside it. Absorb it. And from that point, do it. And every time that I came with something on my chest or anything that I wasn't ready to talk about it, and I came to a paper, I'm not going to do a fine line work. I'm not going to do something nice to the eyes.
Yeah.
I'm going to get dirt.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get dirty. And I'm going to do it nasty. Why? Because I want to express the pain.
That's what it is.
And it's pain.
Yeah.
And truly, it's pain. And how you want to express pain? You want to make it beautiful? Fuck no. You want to make it like... You want to make it something exactly to make you disturbed, to make you feel what I'm seeing. And the moment I did it, and I took a look on the painting, I was getting reflection for myself, and I realized, dude, you very, very sad.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You're not special.
Yeah.
Everybody here very sad.
Yeah.
But with you, it's a different because you showing it. First of all, I'm not the kind of person that can hide it.
You're authentic.
Very authentic. And people that know me can see everything that's going inside of me only from one look in my eyes. And every time that I come into the group therapy, I can make my body language, woohoo, guys.
Yeah.
And then somebody like look at me, dude.
Yeah.
Hug.
Come on.
I'm so pissed. I need a hug. I need a hug.
I need a hug.
Totally. And I developed a way that if I need a hug, I'm coming to people, dude, I need a hug. Give me a fucking hug.
Yeah.
Yes. Heart to heart.
Yeah.
Sorry. Heart to heart.
Man. Amazing. And I started this whole thing with mentioning the art gallery that you've done after the Nova.
Yes.
Let's talk a little bit about that because that's a triumph as I see it. That's you taking the entire process of your entire life and saying, fuck you, I won.
Yeah.
I'm here to stay. I'm here to give it to me.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just getting excited just to thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay. So the exhibition was called Lucid Dream.
Yeah.
Now, what was actually happening, a guy named Shachar Bloom, really good friend of mine that is a very amazing yazam.
He's an entrepreneur.
An amazing producer, and man of vision. He's a man of vision.
Yeah.
And he came to me 2 weeks before the exhibition was supposed to happen, and he told me like, Ahia, I have a project. How serious you are? I was like, challenging me, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Show me what you got.
Yeah, give it to me.
Yeah. And then he told me that he's doing basically an art exhibition in a building that is supposed to be ruined in Jaffa, the old Jaffa. Amazing place, very mystical. And each group of artists got their own room. And basically we're doing the story of the creation of the world, the creation of everything. And it was very amazing for me. And we got the subject that called space. Any kind of space. It doesn't really matter what you want to do, but it's supposed to talking about space. Okay, so I realized that I have 2 weeks until the exhibition is open. And I started to take my group. We have a Comet. We talked about it. And we have an artist group that me and my partner, Itamar, we actually build the things inside it. And we took the people inside, and I came to them and tell them like that. Listen to me, guys. You have here opportunity to get something inside to your life to be show and to say, I did it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that to say, guys, I did it. No. I want to give you the option that you can call to tell people to go there and to see what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
And all I need from you guys is commitment to the
Your
process,
cooperation.
because we don't have time.
Yeah.
And what we're supposed to do in the room is to literally start it not from zero, from minus 15,
Yeah.
because the room is broke and we need
Yeah.
to clean it and we need to take out the garbage and we need to do
Yeah.
things. And we had like huge room. Like, how are we going to handle with it now? We started as a nice group of people. Everything is going amazing. Wow, we have teamwork. We can do it. 2 to 3 days after, I started to realize that it's not going to be that way.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of alone in the situation. I have another 3 persons, 2 girls, Diana and Abigail and Jessica. 3 girls. That's it. Now, I'm working with girls in a room that is 3 to 4 meters high that somebody need to paint and somebody need to produce in the room.
Yeah.
And I realize it's going to be that way.
A job.
Yeah. So what actually happened, I started to sleep in the exhibition night, finish the night around 2 a.m., go home, sleeping, waking up at 9, get back at 10 a.m., and that's it. This is your life. You're not even walk out from the building to see what's going on. Now, for me, it was very important because it's to create and to remember. It's to basically to win and to remember. In Hebrew, I said it like לנצח ולהנציח. And it was very important for me to show that most of the people that was in the room, we were 3 people that actually was a Nova survivor. Before I started in the room, I put some words on the walls. I was writing a lot of words, a lot of attention. I believe in those things. So I put a lot of energy, specific energy in the room. And at the end of it, we made something spectacular. Something that people came, and every time when I heard compliment about the exhibition itself, our room was the one with the most, a lot of people, with the most people that staying for the long.
Yeah.
Is meaning that people got inside,
Connected.
got looking, and the whole room was psychedelic painting, and it was like 2 portals, and we're talking as above, so as below, water to earth. And then you have the whole dimension that you are inside, the space of it. We are comet stars, so we talked all about that. And we did something that no one was expecting from us to do.
Yeah.
And for me, it was, to look on your team from the side and say, damn, we all of us, a good captain.
Yeah.
And I said, this is the best thing I could do to myself. And it's like, dude, what a kind of project I did. לא בשבילי.
Yeah.
Not for me. I want to give the people the option to be in a place in their life that can say, I did big things.
Yeah.
I can do even bigger.
Yeah.
Who I am? Here you go. Because when you have something to prove yourself, you prove it to yourself. So it was one of the biggest steps I did. And the funniest thing, the exhibition was still running even after I was coming here to KohPhanCast, and it was amazing. And the opening day was amazing, and it's so emotional and so sensitive. And until the 5 last minute that people are still outside there, you look at me and I'm like scratching the wall, like the floor, and it have to be perfect. It have to be perfect. Like,
When am I coming with a saw, like...
I'm like, okay, dude, you need to, and that's it. We made it. We fucking made it.
Yeah, not only you guys made it, like you specifically, my guy, you've made it. You went from this, the story is a story of resilience. The story is a story of of mental fortitude, of the ability to just let yourself experience, just let yourself be. And I couldn't have been more like proud to have people like you in my circle, because I really believe that the sum of your closest 5 people is telling a lot of who you are. And this whole story was just an amazing representation of what happens when you're not putting yourself in a box and you're not telling yourself, oh, I cannot, I will not, I deserve. Like, just being able to allow yourself to be a fuck up, to understand that we are a process and we will never be a finished product.
Never.
And almost 2.5 hours later, man, like, I love you so much.
I fucking love you.
And this mountain that you can call your life, that you can stand now on the top of it and look down and see all you went through to get to the place where you are right now. You are loved, you are enough, and you deserve everything that is coming your way.
Fucking love you.
Because I believe in you, and a lot of people believe in you, and I know that you believe in yourself. And we're gonna be where we want to be because we have each other, man. And I love you a lot, and I want to thank you so much for this because that was so important to me.
Wow.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Hey, can we hug?
Yeah. You're the fucking best, bro. KohPhanCast.
Join the journey,